relationships, you can have love, you can have a home, you can have careers, you can have everything. It is not just one or the other. And he says, just keep that in mind for all of us who we've all, we just get overwhelmed and we feel like we can't have it all. And that's a lack mentality. And the Eight of Hearts, he says, feel your hearts being freed from some of those lower energies and distortions and pains, broken hearts, losses, lacks, griefs. And he says, watch as the universe swells. Your hearts swell with the higher love gradually over 2021. He said, good job, everyone. He's saying it again. Be yourselves. Be your unique selves. Stand out or don't if you want to. But follow your hearts and know that God will help you. If you don't like the word God, the universe will help you. He says, all you've got to do is really kind of stay balanced and grounded and stable in the universal laws, which is the main one we've known for all of our lifetimes, which is love one another as you would wish to be loved, the golden rule. And he says, see how far you have come. These are so cool. Okay, I'm going to start there. Of course, they're all upside down. Four of Hearts. Four of Spades. Nine of Hearts again, which is just like dreams come true. Almost to fruition. Oh, you can touch them. You can taste them. You can feel it. You know that it's a sweet spot. And the Ace of Diamonds. Then we've got the King of Diamonds, the 10 of Diamonds, and 8 of Hearts. So that lineup, and the Ace of Clubs again. So that lineup tells me very strongly that we're all being nudged and directed toward home in ourselves and in humanity and for our planet. And so that part of the reading would be all of the sadness and the grief. It's almost like we're so scared. Like I personally, just because it's been so painful and so brutal, and it has felt so alone and hard. My journey sometimes, it's like I hold on to fear on accident. Like I can't do that. Inside is what I tell myself, I'm not good enough. And I want to release it. It's subconscious. It's not on purpose. And so he said that's, humanity has a little bit of a layer of that kind of thinking. It might be different for each one of us, but it almost forms it's like a blanket over us. And he says, watch as that clears. We are all scared. We are all vulnerable. And he says, but the past is gone. And we are coming into a space where as we step forward, it'll just clear us and clear us and clear us. And it's like unified. It brings unity, not one world order, but unity and harmony between human beings. And the planet itself will start to heal. The waters, the airs, the trees and the grasses and the animals will all become part of the symphony or part of the weaving of the blanket of harmony and peace and love that we have all been working toward. And I'm seeing people find their way home. And part of this is like out of nowhere. I think some of the people are going to have some surprise offers, or I even see in this as well, people finding their true loves in their families that they belong in. And if you've ever felt like you didn't belong, you truly do. You belong. And you're really precious and important. And you're not too tall or too short or too crazy or too slow or too anything, not enough, too much. You're precious and irreplaceable. And so all of us, he's saying the meek shall inherit the earth. So all of us who have felt meek and a little bit behind might be really surprised at the things that we never thought we could have, like true love or a career that has enough to, when you need it to buy cars or tires or anything that you need. Because a lot of us, or most of us, I think, are in some state of, I don't know if I can do this because I don't know if all my needs will be met. And that's not true. And I think there will be others because there's enough for all of us. And I think there will be others where we connect with and we carry the higher frequency of no longer lack, but plentiful. It's almost like cornucopia, enough. Do you remember the story in the Bible where Jesus was talking to thousands and thousands of people, and there were like 4 loaves of bread and 4 fish, but all those people needed food because they had been there forever? It'd be like, waiting outside to be front row of the concert for 3 days, and you didn't have anything to eat. And so the people, he touched the basket, and told the young man to start sending it around and feeding all the people. And it went to thousands of people, and it continued to be fresh and replenished. And so he's saying that's kind of what's happening for each of us in our lives and our stories as we realign and are being downloaded with our true, it's like divine blueprints. So may I use me, for instance, like I had surgery after surgery, and it was brutal. Like I almost died several times, and then, like just not in the right spaces. And it was really hard last year and the year before and a little bit the year before. And it was brutal. And I just thought, well, maybe this is my lot in life. And as the last months and the last surgery, it's not like I don't have plenty to do, but I've come along. It's almost like I'm rebirth into a new body. It's so good. It's so much healthier. And there are many things. I wish I was, taller, shorter, thinner, bigger, younger looking, or whatever it is. But it's still like I'm being replenished and restored. And so whether it's been health or losses or job changes or relationships, there's restoration for us, rising up as we find our journey home. And some of us will have out of nowhere just surprising offers or connections that maybe new people are going to come into our lives, and just get you, know you, like you, love you. Whereas before we might have felt unbelonging or others were not nice to us. So it feels like there's restoration on so many levels, and we will be surprised at some of the really cool stuff that happens in the 2021 into 2022. He's making me laugh a little bit. He's also bringing us some flowers, some roses, and he says, congratulations. And when you feel it in your heart, when you know that you know, just take a step forward, and the universe, God, will support you and clear your path and really nudge you in your right directions. Okay. Anything else? Mother Mary says, remember, we're weaving into the structure and fiber of your lives, your every direction, every aspect, every layer of your beings, whoever wants it, pure divine love, and answers truth as we clear away some of the demons, the darkness, the distortions. It's okay. She's saying, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, like write your script. And she's saying others try to convince you what you feel, what you think, what you deserve, what you should or shouldn't be saying. And you know inside that that you're the one that knows. Thank you for that. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to, well, I already did before I sat down, just so I didn't shuffle so much. And I thought, since this is musicians, the music oracle cards, I love these. I had a dinner party and I forced everyone to pull cards and pull the music oracle cards and talk about stuff. It was so much fun. So I thought I would ground and ask what we could do, what our Starseed musical oracle session could use. And I was just shocked. I did not know, and I don't know about this musician lady. Her name is Edith. I think you say it Piaf. My apologies if I'm not saying it correctly. Someone can let me know. She's a French artist, and I was like, I don't know who that is, and I don't know. And her message to us, some of her sayings or her messages or themes of her life, she's passed, is saying no regret. But I'm not going to try to say it in French because I'm terrible at that. So, but she would, because she's French. And she says, live with every fiber of your being. Weaponize your flaws. So it's like make lemonade out of lemons within. Edith, thank you. And I thought, well, I don't know. And I don't know any of her music, her songs. And then I pulled it up so that I could play it at the end here and say thank you to the divine light of the universe. Thank you to the star beings, the cosmic consciousness, David Bowie. And David Bowie is saying, please let them know that I am a frequency, in a frequency. And it's obvious, more obvious than maybe anyone that's ever lived on the planet, that he's a starseed. And he says, I'm very proud of all of you. And he says, just be reminded that all of us have stardust in us, and we are all celestial, part of the celestial heavenly lineup as well. And Mother Mary is saying, if you need her, if you need God, and if you just need a hug, love, helping, clearing away some painful things that are bothering you, some suffering, you can ask for her, and she'll rinse you clean with the petals, which was just shocking because the petals of the roses are flying around Edith. And I thank all of you for being here and the enormous support and love and generosity and connection with my soul people, whether in person or in our hearts. And so thank you. I hope this has been fun and helpful. And I'll, I think all of us have heard this. I'll just fade on out with a little Edith Piaf. No regrets. Be yourself. Love thyself. Shine. Sing. Play. Dance. Create. Take a step. No regrets. Pretty cool. Thank you guys.